I thought you saw this coming. No, I did. I'm just humoring them. Yes, it was obvious that this is Doom. Duh. They're not going to kill him off in the beginning of the movie without bringing him back as the super villain, Dr. Doom. Huh. What? I thought you'd be excited that a fellow supervillain of this pussiness caliber is here. Well, yeah, I am excited whenever I see a fellow supervillain make it big on the big screen, but I also get kind of excited when there's setup for that. When I saw the trailers, it looked like Victor Von Doom was just one of the buddies. You know, he was like one of the good buddies of the team. But when we were introduced to him, he was sort of a douchebag. He was sort of like a uptight douchebag that like came over to Reed and was like, "Hey, you're being unprofessional, man. Unprofessional." You know, he already was antagonistic. So it wasn't as sad or as shocking when it turns out, oh, the antagonistic guy turns out to be the antagonist. It's just, I like when, things are, you don't expect them to go that way. Like, for instance, with me. In my debut episode in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I was set up to be this timid old man. This timid old man that everyone walked all over. You wouldn't expect me to turn out to actually be an evil supervillain. Did you even turn into one in that show? No. Heh. Figures. I would have just killed everybody right then. Boom! Agent Coulson dead. Again. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. So anyway, getting back to the movie, thank God. So yes, Doom has finally fulfilled his destiny. He is Dr. Doom. Okay, he's not Dr. Doom because, Dr. Doom was just a joke that Sue Storm said earlier. So instead he's just Doom, and he's being examined by the scientists, including Mole Leader, who goes up to him and confronts him and is like, hey, Victor Doom, remember when we had a scene earlier where we were looking at each other and it looked like we were in cahoots to be villains? Well, it turned out we were not. So why did we have that scene then? Is it because we were having sort of a bromance moment? Was it like a love at first sight? Oh, and Doom is like, no, I never liked you. And Mole Leader is like, wait a minute, Doom, you need to tell us what that negative zone is like. We are trying to get to that negative zone. We are trying to travel it. And Doom is like, hey, that home is my home now. I spent the whole year there. It fed me food. It gave me groceries. It raised me and put me to bed at night. That universe fed me power and made me strong. And I'm not gonna let any of you assholes take that from me. So I'm going to destroy this world, just like how I kind of wanted to at the beginning of the film, which made it obvious that I was the bad guy. So I'm going to kill you, Mole Leader. So he makes Mole Leader's head explode. Oh no! Oh yes, that is awesome. Finally, this pussy villain doesn't seem to be a pussy villain after all. It seems like he actually does have the potential to be like us, evil, ultimate badass villains. Look at how he exploded that little mole man's head. Oh no, maybe that means he isn't supposed to be Harvey Elder, because Harvey Elder is supposed to become Mole Man. Now that I think of it, maybe he did become Mole Man. What do you mean? Well, right before his head exploded, it got all fat and bulgy and pubsy. So maybe that was their way of adapting Mole Man. Maybe that was their way of being like, okay, so we're gonna kill off this character, but he never became his persona in the comic books. So let's just make him look like Mole Man for a millisecond and then explode him. So I guess that's how they did that then. They they made his head all big and pudgy to reference Mo Man and then kill him. Well, so I guess he did become Mo Man, yay! And then immediately died a second afterwards. Oh, this is kind of like with Arnim Zola and Captain America. Jesus Christ! I mean, right as soon as he finally became the version he is from the comic books, we were like, yay, he did it! He became that robot with a screen and a camera for a head. Yay! Oh, he's dead. Ugh. And it's kind of the same thing here. Yay! Harvey Elder is finally Mo Man. He's fat and pudgy and Mo-like, and he's dead. Ugh. So Doctor Doom is now exploding everybody. He's exploding this person and that person. Oh, God. He doesn't have to do that. What are you doing, Doctor Doom? He's being just like the people of my universe. Now, this is what I like. This is if the whole movie was like this, just nothing but Doctor Doom exploding people's heads, then I would have loved this movie. You are a horrible person. This is not how it's supposed to be. Doctor Doom is supposed to do evil things, sure, but not every evil thing he does is to destroy people's heads. So anyway, Doctor Doom decides to turn the machine into a big-ass portal, and he destroys everyone in the base except for the Fantastic Four, who fight him, all badass-like, and of course, the Fantastic Four are not called the Fantastic Four yet. Sorry, I blew my wad too early. No, they're still just called Reed, Soup, and Johnny. That's it. So anyway, Reed, Soup, and Johnny are fighting Doom, and they're not exactly a team yet. They're still separated. By the way, for a movie that's about a superhero team, I don't think we barely ever actually see the four together that much. In fact, I think they're only when they're all together is when this is happening, this climactic battle. That's the only time we ever see them actually together interacting, I think, is up to this point. It shouldn't be until the battle of when all the characters are together. I mean, even Avengers, without all of their characters and complicated backgrounds and stuff, even they managed to have plenty of screen time all together instead of just waiting till the climax to do it. But here, what the hell? I don't care. I just want all of them to have their heads exploded, just like with all the other characters, including... Can I say it now? Yes, you can say it now. Including Franklin Richards. Yes, Franklin Richards also gets his head exploded too by Victor Von Doom. I mean, it's kind of weird how it just so happens that his head wasn't as exploded, so he lived long enough to tell Sue and Johnny, keep on trucking, get cracking, and then he dies. But anyway, so everyone on this base dies except for the Fantastic Four. Ugh. Why not? I want them dead. Apparently you've never seen a movie before, sir. So anyway, so they join forces finally. Ugh. And meanwhile, Doctor Doom is transforming the machine into a portal, and he gets back to his negative zone, and then he transforms the portal into a destroyer portal that will destroy the Earth, that's sucking up wherever the hell this movie took place in. Yeah, unlike Avengers 2, which banged you upon the head where they were set in like Nova Scotia or something. But nope, here, or Salukvia or whatever. But here it's nope, we don't know where this is. But it's getting destroyed though. Oh no, cars are getting destroyed. I guess that's a callback to the beginning of the movie, I think. I don't know. But anyway, so the Fantastic Four go into the other universe. Apparently, Sue is good enough with her powers to freaking make her force fields fly with her in it. So oh, good. So, good for her, and, Johnny can still fly. And so they get into the negative zone. Finally, you let Sue in. Before this, it was nothing but a sausage fest. And so she's there, and they're there, everyone's there. Oh, yay, we get to have our climactic battle. And they're fighting each other, fighting Doom. And Doom beats them all up, because he's freaking powerful. He's freaking God at this point. Jesus Christ. First they depower him. They make him not powerful enough, like his comic book counterpart, and now they make him even more powerful than his counterpart. Although to be fair, he was kind of at that power level a couple of times in the comic books. Enough with your banter. I want to see him explode the Fantastic Four heads, just like he did to the others. Do it. This version of Dr. Doom is pleasing me. Well, too bad, because Reed Richards overpowers him, punches him out, knocks him the fuck out, and that gives the other characters a chance to get out of the mess because they were all like comprehended or compromised, and that made it sort of like Reed's flashback earlier when he had that Saving Private Ryan moment where his teammates were all dying and it was his fault and he was guilty, but this time he overcame it and punched Doom the fuck out. So I guess that's his way of redemption instead of coming back on his own terms. Yeah, I don't think that's enough to redeem him. He's still a douchebag for leaving them for a year. So anyway, Johnny Storm gets rid of the rocks that are on him that made him look like the Thing, but no longer. And Ben Grimm gets rid of the rocks that were also on him, but he still has the rocks from before on him. By the way, I'm not even sure what went on there, because earlier apparently his origin is that the rocks got all over him. So did he merge with the rocks and turned into the rocks, or are all the rocks on top of him? Does that mean that all that I have to do is just like pluck off the rocks, like in surgery, like just pluck off all the rocks and you'll get Ben underneath the rocks or something? Maybe not. Anyway, so anyway, oh, by the way, how come the only thing that's not rock left is his eyes and his mouth and teeth? Can we just move on? Yeah, sure. So anyway, so they battle Dr. Doom once more, and then Dr. Doom gets compromised, but then he gets sent into the vortex, the nexus that is destroying the whole entire friggin' planet. Oh no! Because of the I don't know why. Like I guess a power core of the lab or something. I don't know. But who cares? Because what's important is that he's going to take that opportunity to destroy the Fantastic Four. Nope, he dissolves, he dissipates, he gets destroyed, he's obliterated. What? No! He was the best thing about the movie. He was destroying people for no reason. That's what I live for. Killing people for no reason. And now he's dead. For a reason. How ironic. Yep, he's dead. And funny enough, it seems like this is the most clearest death Dr. Doom has ever had in the movies, because usually the way Dr. Doom dies is it's ambiguous enough for him to be in a sequel, because the first time he died, he like fell off a cliff into a foggy abyss, so he could have easily gotten out of that. Maybe he landed on a bouncy house. And then the second time we saw him, he turned into a statue, and I'm like, okay, we've seen other people turn back from statues, except for Terra from Teen Titans. But anyway, yeah. And then the third time we saw him, he fell into the ocean, into the bottom of the freaking sea. And maybe he met Ariel. But anyway, the point is, this is the first time where it looks very clear that he will not come back from this. Holy shit. So yes, So Doom has been destroyed, for real, the most clearest it's been in a while. No! Oh, who is going to just kill people brutally with blood everywhere for no reason now? The blood is what I lived for. Well, too bad for you. Because then the Fantastic Four, oh that's right, they're still not called the Fantastic Four, destroy the portal, and they're back home, and they're all excited, and they're like, whoa, that was a bit of a downer. It's a good thing we quickly got over the death of our father, but anyway, so yes. So they still have to deal with the government official who is not Mo Leader, because Mo Leader is dead. Although now that I realize it, now that they decided to just go ahead and kill Mo Man, that means he could get back to being the leader! If Marvel Cinematic Universe is willing to do that after feeling betrayed with this. Anyway, so the government official is like, why would I help you? And the Ben is like, because it's clobbering time. Oh, by the way, he never says that in the movie. In fact, the only time we ever do get that is when his big brother beats him at the beginning. Way to make that line, like, really serious and uncomfortable to hear, guys. I don't think that's exactly the best way to use that, but who cares? Anyway, so the four are like, okay, look, guys, it's the end of the movie. Let's just wrap this up real quickly. So, are you gonna give us our own base and give us our own freedom or not? Are you gonna let us do our own thing or not? And the government is like, well, it is around the end of the movie, so yeah, sure, whatever. We're gonna give you your own base called Central City or something. I don't even know if Central City isn't from the comic books. But anyway, so they meet this nice old man, who may or may not be Willie Lumpkin. He never says his name, but I guess he's Willie Lumpkin, since in the Ultimate comic books, Willie Lumpkin is the government official who looks over them, or a government agent. So I guess that's who that is. But anyway, so yeah, they're in Central City. Now even though this is not the Baxter Building in the middle of a whole city. To be fair, we did already get that earlier in the movie, so I guess it kind of makes more sense that they would have a facility here in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of a forest, away from the danger. But then I thought, wait a minute, that's exactly like the Avengers. The Avengers did that same exact thing. First, they started out in a skyscraper in the middle of the city, but then they decided to put it in the middle of a forest. And that's exactly what they did. It even kind of looks like the Avengers facility from Avengers Age of Ultron. What the fuck, Fantastic Four? Did you like spy on them during production? But anyway, so after 2 hours or maybe even less. Now that I think of it, I think this movie is actually mercifully short. Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, so after 2, I guess, hours of this movie, even though this movie is supposed to be about a team, this is the first time we actually see them talk together as a team now and get that thing that the Fantastic Four were known for and what made them popular in the comic books, which was that they always had, arguments and banter from each other. And it's not until the very, very, very end of the movie where they actually do that. We're like, hey, we should have a name. What should our names be? And they, and they throw out a bunch of stuff. And not only did they procrastinate until now to get them to, have arguments, but they also procrastinated their names. Like, it's not until here that we get Human Torch, and it's not until here that we get The Thing, and then Ben is like, blah, 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 fantastic. And then Reed is like, wait a minute, what'd you just said? Well, I said blah, 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 fantastic. And then Reed is like, wait a minute, that's it. I had the idea of the name. Okay, now remember how earlier, how we just ripped off the Avengers Age of Ultron by having a facility in the middle of nowhere? Let's also rip them off by having the same exact ending as the Avengers Age of Ultron. So I'm about to say the name of this team, and it is... End of movie, credits, fuck you, it's over, it's done, it's over, credits over, there is the end of the movie. They don't even say the name of the... movie, there's like, we're about to say it and then we're gonna interrupt by the credits, and it's exactly like with the Avengers, where it's like, Avengers credits. So yeah, that's it. That's the movie.